Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Real quickly, finally got up above 40 degrees today, so I figured I'd bring this little thing out and run it, see how it does. As you can see, that's the ROG1. Does have the Omni Terminator tires on there. And honestly, at first, guys, I thought it was probably going to look kind of crazy, but the more I look at it with these with the Terminator tires on it, looks pretty beefy. So what I'm gonna do first is I've got one of these older brand batteries that I used to run before CNHL kind of took top honors as being my fastest shorty pack. These Z batteries, Z packs, I've got one of them in there now. It's 4S, so I'm just gonna kind of run it around a friend of mine's parking lot here before I take it out and speed test it, just make sure everything's solid with it. So let me get everything set up, and I'm not going to do any speed test right this second. I'll do that later on today, but I'm just going to run it down this parking lot, see how it does with these tires on there. So stand by. Let's see how it does. This thing's got some pretty big tires on it, and I got the punch turned way down, and it is substantially heavier than it was, so it might it might clank a little bit in the gears. Just simply because these tires are so much bigger than what was on it, and the way it's geared real high and stuff like that. So she definitely wants to wheelie. Kind of afraid to open it up through here in this parking lot because it's kind of pretty big. Rough parking lot though. Just trying to see how it was going to react with going into the punch, because I may have to actually turn the punch up a little bit now that I have these big tires on there. But then again, that could be saving grace of having the punch turned down that low with, keeping it from wheeling so much. So, oh, well, there went the GoPro, guys. That didn't last long. I don't like my gears clanking like that, but it is what it is. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't really like my gears making that noise, but that's part of it when you got one geared up real high and then you go with these lot bigger tires. Yeah, she definitely wants the wheelie, guys. Wow. Well, that is 4S too, so. Because it definitely, even though I got that stock wheelie bar modified, and it helps tremendously compared to with it being in a stock location, this thing still wants to, it's getting up too high. It still wants to flip over. That's what I didn't want to do. Okay, got some love taps. That's what I didn't want to do, guys. I don't want to break it before I get out here and get some speed runs on it. So. All right, guys, we're back. We're out here at the normal test spot, I guess is what you'd call it, and I'm not going to risk it trying to go for these speed run best. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this GoPro off the top. So you guys just bear with me, be patient for just a second. So let's see if we can't get it set up real quickly. Hopefully everybody can see. We'll go ahead and get the Sky RC going. Reading As you can see on there, hopefully, it is reading. It is registering. So, I'll go ahead and get this thing ready. But we are going to just see, this thing seemed like it was going to be a little wheelie monster, just that little bit that I run it earlier. So, it's going to be one of them where hopefully we can just ease into it and see what we can get out of it. So, that's what we're going to do, guys. So here we go. Easing into it, easing into it. There's about half, 3/4. Hopefully the camera caught that, guys. That damn thing done a complete flip. Flipped over backwards and come back. This is going to be one of those guys where we're going to have to get a long running start. I don't think we're going to be able to manage this on 4S, not with these big tires. So, just tell you that now. Those tires are just too big to try to get an accurate speed. I knew it was going to gear it up. Well, that was 53 miles per hour, guys. Just ease into it, guys. There's 1/4, half, 3, 3/4. On the top, guys, on the top. Oh my gosh, that probably trimmed a hole in the damn top of it. Grinding that long. Well, luckily it's got the roof skids. Thank God for that. So, I don't know, guys. That was probably a 55, 60 mile per hour flip and wheelie. I just don't think we got enough room, and I know we don't have enough radio range to try to run it out like this. These tires are they're just too big. So, I don't know. That had to be over 60, I would say. I guess we'll find out. 57, guys. 57 mile per hour wheelie. I'll gradually ease into it, see if we can ease into it. And I had a car coming up behind me, guys, so I had to stop. So we'll try running it down that way and bring it back maybe. See what that'll do. We got cars coming, so. She was moving that time, guys. I don't know what kind of speed we got up to, but she was cooking. These little Z packs are strong. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, but I think we're kind of wasting our time with these tires. They're just so big and massive, and nobody say I was lying. It flipped over and went right back on its wheels again. Let's try this. We're coming back at us, guys. Half throttle, half, 3/4. Can't go full throttle, guys. Go 1/4, half, 3/4, 3, full. Oh, it flipped over and done the same thing, guys. It flipped over and come right back at us. And I'll go ahead and tell you that now, it pulled the damn body pins out of the back. So let's see what we got up to that time, because we're nowhere near the speed we were hitting before. 59, guys, and it's trying to flip over. So 59, half, 3/4. Wow, she was baking. I have not been able to go full throttle yet. I just can't get there. As soon as I try to go full throttle, guys, it flips. It flips every single time. I know this video here probably not gonna do that well because I haven't set any speed records with it, but I'm trying, guys. It just don't want to cooperate with these big tires. Here we go. 3/4, 3/4. No, we're in low voltage now. I knew it was going to be. Oh yeah. Definitely low voltage. So. Oh well, guys, let's see. Stop, read, 59. I don't know, guys. Let me just pause the camera real quick. I'll swap the battery out and we'll go for one more glory run. Be right back. Got the ESC card there. There's the CNHL 100C 1300 mile 4S. All right. And this is what we're going to run this time, what I thought was originally running. 1300 mile 120C 4S in the Z-Pack. So, I mean, I don't know if we'll really be able to tell a whole lot with this. I mean, if we're able to go, you know, the same speed, then I don't know. All right, we're connected. Make sure we got GPS. Start. GPS is reading. Of course, we got cars coming from. It's gonna be our last one, guys. I'm not standing out here freezing in the freaking cold, and we got them coming the other way now. So I gotta hurry up. But I'm not gonna stand out here and freeze to death and get aggravated over these stupid freaking cars coming. 1/4, half. Might as well just stop, guys. I didn't even no more get going, and here come another freaking car. So we're gonna try it. We are gonna try. We're just gonna ease into it and hopefully make it. I hope. Here we go, guys. 1/4, half, 3/4, 3/4. That's what I didn't want to happen right there. Guys, that was about a 50 mile an hour flip, end over end. Yeah, I think we broke something that time, guys. See what happens when you get greedy? Wouldn't worth it, guys. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera or not, because I don't have the camera adjusted. I don't guess we broke nothing, but it those tires, guys, what's this? Look at them swelling. They're about to explode. Straighten that axle out. I'm asking too much out of this little truck, guys. Honestly, it should have already been 58. We're stopping. Honestly, guys, it should have already probably been broken half. I mean, it just done a 58 mile per hour tumble just then. Hopefully you all can see that, but look at that front CVD. She is bent a little bit. I mean, to 58 miles an hour, and that's the third time we've wrecked. Twice we flipped and landed back on the wheels. That time it done, I don't know, we'll have to go back and read the, watch the footage, but I know for a fact I counted 5 barrel rolls that time, 5. And the little truck stayed together for the most part. We bent a little bitty bit of the CVD. We bent it somewhat. Hopefully you can see that on camera, see it. But the rest of them are fine. So, I mean, look at that, guys. Those tires are, that's crazy. There's just no sense in it. You can see now why a lot of us guys that really do enjoy this speed runs, and the majority of our content is speed runs. You understand now why we go to something like Armahoons, which are belted, very thick rubber. And then you got your limits on them too, guys. You got limits on those, and then you got to start going to foams. I'm gonna have to edit a lot of this out. I appreciate it. ROG1 Terminator tires. I would call this a failure, guys. Would I recommend it? No, not for speed runs. Now, if you want to get out and bash and all that stuff, ride wheelies, absolutely. This thing handles good with the tires, but for speed runs, absolutely not. These tires balloon way too much. What's going on, guys? Back here at the house, come down in the basement, down in the little workshop area, and my little RC area for right now. And I guess you can see we got the ROG1 with the Omni Terminator tires on it. Alright guys, let me go ahead and tell you this. These tires, I think they look good on there. They might be a little big. Some people think so. Some people say it looks really good. I will tell you this. As far as off-road, bumps, gravel, dirt, all that good stuff, truck handles phenomenal with these tires on it, okay? Like I said, even though they're a little big, and I'll go ahead and tell you now, if you do go to a tire this size, your stock ESC might cut out on you because it's just going to draw so much, you know, amperage. I think about 59 to 60 miles per hour is the best I could do on 4S, and you know, that's 14 to 15 miles per hour slower than we went with the Armahoons. And the only thing I was trying to do, guys, is just see how much we pick up, you know, going with a taller tire, because that does effectively change your gear ratio, when the easiest, most logical, and honestly the best way about that is just go ahead and swap pinion gears. So right now it still has the 23 tooth pinion in it, but we're just to start working on it this weekend and see if we can't get upwards of hopefully maybe a 29 tooth in there. I don't know. If not, we'll go with a 27 tooth. I know for sure it'll fit, and we'll have plenty of, you know, clearance between our gear mesh or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely a no, at least for me, trying to use these as a speed run. But I would honestly have to say this thing would have to be a blast if you're into bashing and all that stuff, and you're into doing flips and launching them off ramps and stuff. I can tell you now, the centrifugal force of these tires is so great on this little light RC that it would have to help with your front flips and your back flips. And you know, I've seen some people say they had a hard time with the stock tires getting this thing. I don't remember if it's a front flip or a back flip, because I don't do much of that, but I've seen a couple of people where one way it was easy to do a flip, the other way it wasn't so easy. They managed to pull it off, but it was a lot harder. But I can tell you now, and I don't do that kind of stuff, my daughter does, but I don't, that it would be a piece of cake, front flip or back flip, with these tires on it, easily. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off from this video. I was just going to wait and make a full video when I went out to do some more speed runs, and just include today's attempts in the new video, you know, in another video. But I'm going to go ahead and just close it out for the weekend, kind of update you guys what happened today and all that stuff, and you'll be able to see how many times this thing crashed. I'm lucky that the truck's still in one piece, because on my last run, actually, this right front tire come unglued, and this thing done a tumble, guys, over 50 miles per hour, end over end over end. I'm going to go back and watch the footage again, but I know for a fact I counted 5 nose over end. And how it didn't break anything, I don't know. So that just proves to me that this one definitely has the updated CVDs and dog bones in it, because I've seen people, you know, test theirs right out of the box with a whole lot less, you know, stress put on it than what I did, and theirs broke really easily, and these still haven't broke. So I did bend one. I showed that in the other clip. The right front, when that tire let loose, it did bend the CVD, because that was where it took the brunt of the dive when it went to flipping. So ain't no problem. We'll stick it in a vise, straighten it out, get it trued up, and put it back in here. So anyway, guys, from now on, moving forward, we're going to be running Armahoons, or possibly go up to foams. These are the 85 by 35 Armahoons. That's the stock tires, by the way. And we have some, they're 35 millimeters wide, 85 millimeters tall, or in diameter, whatever you want to say. We have some 100 millimeter tall by 42, and we have some 105 millimeter tall by 53 wide, which I think they're going to be a little big for this, but they should work perfect on the Terminator. So we're going to see, first of all, we're just going to put the 27 tooth pinion in here and run it with these. So far, 23 tooth pinion, and just like it sits right now with these Armahoons right here, it has been a best of 74 0.76 miles per hour, almost 75 miles per hour. And when I went with, just made one little curiosity run with the slightly taller Armahoons, not the biggest ones we got, but the mid-size Armahoons is what I call them. We went, we did break our record that we was shooting for. I'm not going to release all that till the video's ready, but, and then we done some runs with it on the tallest Armahoons we got, and I think you guys are going to be thoroughly impressed the what kind of speeds we got out of this little thing. And I'm talking, guys, with the stock 28 millimeter motor. Only thing we upgraded was that little $15 to $18 ESC. I'm not saying I got the fastest ROG1. I don't want anybody to think that, because I've had a couple people come at me and be like, well, check out this, guys. Check out this, guys. I don't consider an ROG1, guys, if you're running the ROG1 chassis, you know, control arms and all that stuff, but you've got a aerodynamic Porsche or Ferrari or some other, you know, Mustang, Corvette body shell on it. I mean, that's just, to me, what I could say stock appearing, and basically stock other than, you know, going up with like the ESC so you can go 4S. This is exactly what I mean. Anyway, guys, that's enough rambling on. Sorry I had to keep yakking, but that's where we're at. ROG1. I have named it the OG ROG1. So, might be an OG, but it's not an OG triple OG, right? Alright, guys, appreciate you watching. Till next time, God bless. ROG1.